All right, what's up, YouTube guys, gals, people, whoever is watching this? Let's talk about today. Um, One of I guess it's kind of something that goes overlooked, I think, and people don't realize how much of an impact it has on your health, your well-being. So whether your goals are to get lean, lose some of that nasty body fat, or you want to get jacked, excuse me, get jacked, get faster, get stronger, overall just improve your performance in the gym, become an athlete for life. Whatever your goals are with fitness and health, we know that we need to train. Of course, we want to train hard. We want to train smart. Have something that a training schedule that works for us. We want to. We know we need to eat well, eat a whole, real, nutrient-dense foods. We know we need to sleep. Excuse me, little hiccup. So we know those kind of big three rocks or foundational things we need to do. Everyone knows that. You all know that. If you know it, you're just saying you don't, but you know what you need to do. You just don't do it. That's a whole other issue. But when it comes to like our training and having all that work out well for us and having everything dialed in, maybe we got all that stuff dialed in, but we're still holding on to that weight we have, or that last few pounds, or we're hit a plateau, and not seeing our performance, or we stall out, those types of things. And one of the big reasons why is our stress. And if we look at life stresses, everything outside of the gym, and if we look at the gym training itself is a stress or a stressor. It's causing stress on the body. Yes, it can be good. The body doesn't know good or bad. So it depends on how you're looking at it. But again, there are so many stresses from life, and I'm not immune to this either. I have tons of stresses in my life, whether it's running a business or trying to grow a business, trying to get new clients, trying to make sure I have enough money to pay for my bills, substitute teaching when I'm teaching, just stresses of working with crazy classes and kids and stuff like that. Working with clients, wondering if they're going to show up, if they're going to continue on, if they're going to do the work that I ask them to do. Those types of things. It could be maybe you're a student, you're stressed from school, and all these stressors play into how we need to design our training program, how we need to design our nutrition, how we need to design our sleep, because those things are stresses too. And we need to work to ultimately figure out what's going to work best for us, optimal, perfect, whatever you want to call it. That stuff's not going to happen. Optimal is just what's going to be best for you at that moment in time, that period of time. It could change from day to day, month to month, week to week, year to year. Different times of the year, different seasons. Maybe you're a teacher and you're more stressed during the school year. Then at summer, you got a little bit less stress because you don't have to worry about school or something like that. So there are different times, and it's not to say that it's always going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. It's that kind of even that work-life balance that doesn't exist. It changes. It's fluid. It moves and changes throughout time. But if you want to make the best progress in the gym, in your fitness, in your well-being, you need to figure out life stresses and how it's affecting you, because that stress can cause you to hold on to that extra weight, not lose body fat because you're so stressed out. It can eat at you, so you're not sleeping well. You're not being able to train as hard. And these life stressors impact our training. If you are, because I still see it. It's been going on for a while now. Like, people just want to go all out, go balls to the wall. Whether it's your group classes, your your CrossFit, or High Rocks is the new thing. I don't know too much about it. I don't dig deep into that stuff. Or like the cycling classes. I don't know if they're, I don't even know if they're that popular anymore. Those cycling classes where it's just HIIT training, high intensity interval training, which is not actually high intensity intervals. the style that they do, or the continuous work. It's just stress on stress, high stress all the time, even in your training. And if you're doing that 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week, on top of all the other, if you have a high stress job where you're under pressure to make a sales quota, or put food on the table for the family, or high pressure in school, or all these other things, or just the kids, the pressure of that, the stress that puts on you, having kids, getting them to other events and sports and things like that. These are a lot of stressful situations, and you don't want to, if you're doing all this high stress stuff outside of the gym, and then you go to the gym and just do that every day, just adding more and more high stress stuff, you're probably going to end up just feeling like crap, low energy, beat down, and screw up your hormones, screw up your sleep, have low testosterone. That's what I was doing. I'm guilty of that too, because I was not sleeping. I was working in a stressful job where people I didn't like working with, just negative people, driving in hour to and from work, and getting angry at traffic and stuff like that. So all those different stupid stressors that were in it, and then I combine that with going balls to the wall all the time in training, not taking time to just move the body, relax the body, recover, and sleep, and eat well, and not eating enough. That was another thing. Not eating enough would be a high stressor, where if I was eating more, that would probably be less stressful in providing the body what it needs. So it's these cases where you're just throwing all these life stressors, high life stressors, on top of your high intensity training all the time. And I'm not saying don't do the high intensity training, but most of the time it's not proper training anyway. These group classes and HIIT classes and things like that, this CrossFit style stuff where it's just go, 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 and no rest. You always got to be working. You got to be the hardest worker in the room, those types of stupid things. But it just builds and builds and builds. And whether it's your energy is sapped, you get injured, you get burnt out. You need to learn to deal with this and manage it and adjust. And if we're doing that all the time in our regular lives, maybe that's a time and period where you got to pull back on your training. I know I made the video the other day where you don't necessarily need any days off, and you don't need any days off probably. Most people don't train hard enough anyway. They just train stupidly and they think they're training hard. And it's kind of like you're going to need to pull back the reins, and you can move every day. That doesn't mean you need to go balls to the wall every day and max out squat every day or sprint 100-meter dashes every day, or do all this stupid, I don't know what, like these classes are doing where you're just doing 10 rounds of something with 10 seconds break in between and all this dumb stuff. But it's move your body every day, relax, and walks and lower intensity stuff can be great for that, where it's still movement, but it's not as high stress. It's time to relax, get your mind off things, and kind of get away. Walking, maybe some lighter yoga, some mobility work, things like that, where you're moving your body again, but you're not pushing it to its limits every single day. And you can take days off. There's nothing wrong with taking full days off if your body needs them, if you're super stressed. But it's knowing these things and realizing that everything outside of the gym is a stressor as well. And if you're compiling stress and more stress and more stress on top of doing all this high intensity stress or high effort stress in the gym, then it's probably not going to turn out the greatest. Yes, I know, like I said, I'm guilty of it because I'm guys really like to tough things out and try that grind mode all the time. And a lot of that's a bunch of crap too. You don't need to be in grind mode all the time. You need to relax. You need to recover. You need to fuel your body properly and sleep. And just take time to relax. Because, if you're training an hour a day, that's 1 hour out of 24. You got all the other hours a day. But what are the other stressors you're looking at your life? So look at your life. Take like a deep dive and just think, How's the stress at work? How's the stress at school? How's the family stress? How's the financial stress? The extracurricular activity stress? Whatever it is you like to do, and kind of adjust and play around. And it doesn't have to be constant year round where it's the same training schedule, the same uh, life schedule. Things are going to change. You can adapt it. Maybe certain times of the year, you're going 4 harder training days a week. Then sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 2. Whatever it is, you can adjust that. It's learning to listen to your body and know when the stress is really affecting you, because that stress can help or can make you hold on to extra body fat, can make you stall out, lose energy, not sleep. All these things that we want, our bodies want, but having too much stress from outside of the gym, the life stressors, and inside of the gym can actually have a negative impact on you, and we don't want that. It's going to happen at times. Yes, it's unavoidable. There's, I don't know, circumstances like tragic life events or a death in the family or a friend or whatever. Someone gets some illness or disease or loses a job or natural disaster, whatever it is. There's going to be all these times that you can't control, but you can control a lot of the stuff. You can control your training. You can control a lot of how you react and how you react to like stresses and things like that. You can't control necessarily what things that happen, but you can control how you react and how you get on it. Some things you can deal with better than the others, and it's about managing that and figuring out what works for you and designing a training schedule that not only has you training hard. Yes, we want to train hard. We want to train smart, and it doesn't combine all these extra unneeded stress. Maybe it's having too much volume in your training, or too many things, or training for too long when you're just in a rush, and that's just another stress that, oh, I gotta hurry up and get done and get to work or whatever it is. So combining those training stressors with the stressors of life can lead to injuries, burnout, destroying your hormones, poor sleep, hanging on to fat, hitting flat plateaus, not getting better, not getting faster, not getting stronger, not getting more powerful, jumping higher, whatever it may be, better movement quality. All the stressors impact your life, impacts your body, impacts your mind, and it just can continue to build if you don't look at it and take control of it. And I like to work with people. That's why I like have people, before they even start, fill out a questionnaire, fill out what's your schedule, like what other things go on in your life, because I want to know that, so I'm not just continuing to pile on, especially like athletes. If they're doing sports outside of it and they got practice however every day of the week, and I want to know what they're doing at practice. I want to know what they did today, or how much of lifting or running or whatever they do, so I can adjust my training. I can control it. I can't control the other coaches' practices or anything like that. I can't control the stresses at your work. So if you're coming in just a rough day at work, didn't meet quota or whatever, boss was yelling at you, or got in a fight with your spouse or whatever it is, you're coming to training like that, we can manage the stress I'm going to put on you with training and adjust that and auto-regulate that. But I can't control stuff outside of the gym. That's up to you, and make sure you're doing that. And if you work with a coach, let your coach know that you're doing this. A good coach will want to know what's going on outside, know those outside life stressors, so they can ultimately help you build the best plan, best program to get you going and help you keep making progress when it stalls, when that last 5 pounds of fat won't, you're struggling to lose it because you're so stressed out. Why that squat is stuck at that certain weight, why you're not getting any faster. It's because you're stressed out a lot of times. You're doing too much, you're doing it too often, trying to do more and more and more, when sometimes we need to pull back and look at those stressors outside of the gym in life that could be affecting that. So it's I mean, I think it's getting awareness. More people realize that they're stressed, but I think it's still overlooked, especially with a lot of people, that they're not thinking of what's going on in their life that is causing stress that might be affecting their performance in the gym, might or impacting their overall health and well-being. So just something for you guys to look at, to think of. Hopefully that helps. If you guys had any questions or comments, drop them below. Otherwise, thank you for watching. We will talk to you again soon. Thanks, guys.